Hey everybody, this is Xena Awesome, and unfortunately the streaming didn't work, the live streaming, so I'm going to have to make videos and upload them, which is okay. Like I said, I just don't have the internet connection here that supports it. That's part of being remote. But one of the things I wanted to demonstrate that I talked about was being able to have spacing with your dogs and your dogs understanding that you're in command. And one of the great ways of doing that is with food. Now, I hadn't actually demonstrated this in any of my videos before, but here I am holding a bowl of, actually this is chicken that, no, back. This is chicken that I cut the meat off for me, and I'm going to give them the bones, and then I have some other chicken that's without bones that I'm going to give to them that's got some freezer burn on it. And so this way they still get their bones and they get to have some chicken, and I'm also going to fix them some eggs in a little bit. But now I'm actually going to sit this down in my lap, and then I'm going to, with body language and a little bit of touching, I'm going to make sure that none of the dogs take this food. No. I didn't actually touch her. I just moved my hand slightly towards her, and it was just one finger. Now this is a great exercise for putting yourself as pack leader. Making them wait, making sure that they're just patient and that they take their turns. I'm not big into making them sit, because with little dogs it's a little harder. If you have bigger dogs, you really have to work on the sit portion. But as you can see, I've easily claimed this food. And what this does is, again, is it just establishes you as pack leader and in control of the food. And as you can see, I'm not really having to do a lot. This is all my body language and them understanding that this is mine until it's not. And this is just super and super important for your dogs to listen to you. You go, pretty. And Mom didn't forget you, baby. There you go. And although often I show them jumping around and looking like they're out of control, that's in part because I enjoy feeding them their treats. You can see that they're actually very well behaved when it comes to their food if I need them to be. And like I said, this just helps you assert yourself as pack leader. This, if you're using dog food, one of the things you can do that really works, and this is actually something I did when I was a puppy raiser that they actually encouraged, was that because you don't want a dog all excited about their food, especially if somebody's blind, that the dogs sit and wait patiently for you to set the bowl down and then wait until you say, okay. That's another way to assert dominance and control in a dog understanding way. Because dogs understand food, and they understand that the pack leader has control of the food. So now I'm going to put this bowl out, okay, and let them clean it. Because of my limited water out here, I tend to let my dogs lick all my bowls, pots, and pans, as long as it's doggy safe for them to eat. That's why in some of my videos you might see dishes on the floor. It's because now that they've licked it clean, I can wash it, and if it's greasy, they take care of all the grease. So now I'm going to go to the refrigerator, and I'm going to go get the other pieces of meat I have. And I'm going to do the same thing. I had divided it. I had divided this into servings when I only had the 2 dogs at my friend's. So, and then froze it because it was 10 pounds of meat from a restaurant store, and I got it on sale, and I bought. How much did I buy? I bought 40 pounds or something. And so, I mean, I've been eating it over the last year, but I can only eat so much chicken. And now some of it has a little bit of freezer burn. And so now I want to give it to the dogs. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still human consumable. But if you've ever eaten freezer burn meat, it kind of has a funky taste. So now, again, I'm waiting for them to calm down and wait. You'll notice I was able to just move my hands a little, snap my fingers, get their attention, and it was really more body language that was moving them back out of the way. No. And of course they're curious about these bags. No. And again, I just touched her with a finger, just one finger. And that's what Caesar does all the time, Caesar Milan. Alrighty, here we go, a piece for you. A piece for you. A piece for you. No, back, back. I like the term back. I first got into using back a long time ago with my dogs because they'd follow me around on the farm, and sometimes I'd be carrying things, and I'd be carrying things through an aisle where there's only, or a hallway where there's only so much room, and the dogs followed you. You picked it up, you've turned around, they're now that you've turned around, they're in front of you. And they need to know that they need to move out of your way. So I use the word back for that. Notice here I am, sitting with food. They're just waiting. Now I could call them individually if I wanted, and they should come forward. Piggy. Piggy. No. Piggy. There we go. And also remember, a lot of times, here you go here. A lot of times eye contact will also make a big difference when you have multiple dogs like this. No. Bugsy. And that way they know who, no. Back. So, it was almost like I touched her. She jumped back. See, now there I just leaned forward and she moved back. Bugsy. No. And exercises like this are, again, really, really great for asserting your control. Now, I'm not trying to teach them tricks or anything, but I'm teaching them that I'm in charge of the food, I'm the pack leader, and I get to say who gets to eat and when. No. And of course, this is one of the reasons I really enjoy raw feeding, is because I get to give my dogs their food. I mean, right now I'm actually just feeding them, but I get to have this great interaction with them. And needless to say, I enjoy it. Now, you'll read online that some people talk about handling raw meat and the dogs eating raw meat and all the hazards of raw meat, but as long as you wash your hands and wash your utensils and just follow a little bit of common sense, I haven't had any problems. And of course, remember, this is human quality raw meat. This isn't anything that has a problem. Back, back, back. That was a little one. I'll give you another. And as far as the weight goes, keeping the weight on the dogs, you're just, like with any food, you're looking for their body shape. You'll see that my dogs all have a waist, and if they start to have like a straight body like that, then they're probably overweight. Bugsy's a little different because he has a slightly different body shape, but he still has a bit of a waist. And what I'll do is I'll just feed some dogs bigger pieces or some dogs more if they seem to need it. A lot of times, no. What you can do is you can look back here at their hip bones. If you can see their hip bones, they're probably a little too skinny, but you should be able to feel their spine if you're petting them. She's actually probably, believe it or not, the skinniest one. And then she's actually pretty skinny. I can feel her spine. So I'm going to give her a little extra because she's extra bony right now. And no. And with small dogs, in particular, when it's cold, it's for large dogs too if you have them outside. When they get cold and they shiver to maintain their body weight, or to maintain their body temperature, that actually can use a lot of calories. Some articles say that you need to feed your dogs 30% more in the winter. Just keep an eye on your dog, look and see how they look, and just use that as a guide. So now I'm going to, Honey's in a cage over there, so I'm going to give some to Honey. And, no. Now, I wouldn't trust them if I left the room to not steal this food because they are dogs. But with me right there and being able to prompt them, I was pretty sure that they weren't going to mess with it. And now I'll be able to get rid of the last of this, and that's going to free up a bit more room in my refrigerator. No. And I'd say, just like with kids, sometimes you have to test things a little and give them a chance to fail so that you can correct their actions. Right now, the food is just sitting there, and they were just not bothering it. So that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each one more piece, and then the rest is going to go to Honey. And like I said, this is chicken strips that were already cut. And now I'm going to just take and put this whole bowl in here for Honey. Come here. There we go. See, Mama's all done. Mama's all done. So hopefully that shows a little bit about how you become pack leader, how you establish your space. You've seen a lot of videos where they're crawling all over me, so I wanted to make sure you understood there was times when I make sure that they know they can't do that. And how behaved I really think my dogs are. Yes. So again, I'm Xena Awesome. If you liked this video, please make comments and I will do more videos like it. And of course, if you don't like it, then I'll try something different. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.